Game development isn't the easiest of jobs because it can make or break you, but when developers do things like what we're about to tell you, well, they're just asking to get torn apart.
Developer Badfly Interactive have been talking to reviewers about their sci-fi horror game Dead Effect 2. Pretty normal, right? Well, here's the thing. Badfly approached reviewers offering some codes for the game with some conditions attached.
As reported by Canadian gaming site COG Connected, Badfly provided codes with a little note attached that read, at first like any good, non-threatening press release. In the message, Badfly's creative director reminds reviewers that they are an indie studio and asks for expectations to be kept in check.
It's understandable for any game studio to want their games to be well received and for others to see their vision, but the way Badfly chose to close the email is pretty insane. The message ends with the line, "If your review for Dead Effect 2 is very negative, you won't receive any keys from us in the future." Fucking hell.
I love that.
If you're overly negative,
Yeah.
then that's it, you're done.
There's so many ways they could have expressed that as well in a more subtle way, but they just straight out say, if it's too negative, you're not getting codes again. It's just the balls on them. You've got to admire that.
It's pretty much blackmail, isn't it?
If you can't take criticism for something that you're trying to sell to people, maybe you should be trying to sell it.
What it reeks of is fear. They're scared of people reviewing the game negatively. Why would they be scared of people reviewing negatively if they had a good game?
Yeah, if they had any faith in their own work. They might have spent years on this, and it's understandable if they've put loads of hours into it. They're really committed to, the idea that this is like their kind of dream project or whatever. And then you release it against loads of bad press. That's just part of the process. If you create anything, you're going to get criticised for it. Doesn't matter what it is. So the fact that they've got the confidence to say, we're not going to even let you review our games in future if you're, it's quite ballsy.
It's really overvaluing their game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like it's not like they couldn't buy the game anyway and review it negatively if they wanted to. It's like the value of our game is so much that we're going to withdraw that from you in future if you off.
Yeah.
Eurogamer verified the threat to reviewers after COG Connected sent over Badfly's email to the British website. COG Connect continued their article by saying they will not review the game out of principle and call for other news outlets to take the same stance. The reaction among the community has been pretty supportive of COG Connected's stance, with responses including things like, "What the fuck is Dead Effect?" and "Who are Badfly?"
So as you can see, trying to blackmail the media is a terrible idea, especially for an unknown studio, and it's never a good idea to threaten your way to positive coverage. It's a lesson that Badfly have had to learn fast, which, to their credit, they've at least tried to do. The company's Martin Pospisil said in a further email...
Are you laughing at his name there?
Yeah, I'm laughing at the way I'm saying it. It's not,
You might be a twat, but, he deserves something name read.
It might be a
name read without being laughed at.
Yeah, with dignity. The company's Martin Pospisil said in a further email, "We screwed it. The thing is, we care about our game so much. We are creating our dream, and we really want it to succeed. The point of our message was just to see us as what we are, a small indie studio. Shitstorm started, lesson learned." It's funny how quick you can learn lessons once everyone knows how badly you cocked up.
Sadly, this isn't the first time an indie developer has pulled a stunt like this. Indie studio Digital Homicide released their game The Slaughtering Grounds in October 2014. The game was made famous by Jim Sterling, who criticised the game for its poor quality and brought to light that the studio were deleting negative reviews from the Slaughtering Grounds Steam page, banning users who criticised the game. Digital Homicide responded by filing a takedown notice against Sterling's video and filed a lawsuit against Sterling for $15 million in damages, citing assault, libel and slander as the reasons for lawsuit.
Where do these companies get the ball? Like, it's Badfly, the digital, the balls on them to think that they've got this much clout. 15 million in damages. That suggests that they think their game could have made $15 million. If it hadn't have been for that dastardly Jim Sterling. I mean,
having his damn opinions.
Yeah.
Since it is bad, then surely that's where the fault lies, not the fact that someone else reviewed it. But this wasn't enough. They later filed a lawsuit against 100 different Steam users for personal injury. They're like a lawsuit against Steam users. What the f*** is that? These guys living in the real world or what? Valve responded by taking down every single game Digital Homicide had published and refused to do any business with them for being hostile towards Steam users. And rightfully so. Well done, Valve. Digital Homicide quickly dropped the lawsuit. The studio founder, James Romine, claimed that it destroyed the studio.
Self-destruction, though. It wasn't Jim Sterling's fault. They were acting insane, so they were dealt with as an insane studio.
Digital Homicide, digital suicide, more like.
But of course, it's not just indie studios who act crazy and try and control everything like this. EA and Konami also withhold review copies of games from people they consider to be too risky. Jim Sterling, again, is another example of a person who is considered too much of a wild card, genuinely, so publishers don't give him early review copies fearing a scathing review. Attempts to control reviews like this and control the reception of games only undermines the whole point of reviews, as well as the integrity of the media. In the end, it's a bad thing for everyone. Review embargoes by publishers mean consumers are uninformed about the games and possibly won't buy them, but publishers still do it because they think negative press will also affect sales.
If you're a game developer or a publisher, you should realise that no one's ever going to let you get away with this shit. As the likes of Badfly and Digital Homicide have so kindly demonstrated, it will never end well for you.
Stop trying to manipulate the media into giving you positive coverage. It just makes you look weak and like you have no faith in your products. And after all, the internet will always find out about it.
So there you have it, guys. That's our opinion on what's just happened. Let us know what you think about these ridiculous situations down in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Check out some more of the content here, and we will see you again next time. Bye for now.